Don't you just love when your straps do this after a session and you come back in and all of your bales are up? It's so soul destroying. It is, especially when you're deciding you're going to manually do it. It's all right if you're going to like float them onto your trailer, but oh, it's just so annoying. What? How could they possibly all fall like that though? That's what I want to know. That just is unbelievable. How could they possibly just collapse? Especially when you look that two bales are still strapped. How did everything get past those bales is what I want to know. So I still think Mr. Steely P is right that there are vandals around. I do. I think his theory that he used to have in FS19 is definitely sound when you look at what's happened in between the sessions. Yeah, I really didn't do anything like that, really. It was like that when I came in. I was a bit like, oh my life, no. Right. We have brought the bucket over, and really we've got to like get that. This is where we find out if our silo is a multi-fruit. Really, is it a multi-fruit or is it not? No, I'm betting on not, but some like map makers recently have nicely surprised me that it is looking like it's not, but it is. So that has been a nice surprise, but I'm not sure. We shall see. Right, so we've got quite a bit. The trouble is finding it. I've really got to zoom in a little, because this is why something like the mover is so fantastic, because you really have not got a clue really where everything is. There's probably a bit of straw as well. We definitely check the tree down about here. I see it. I do. Is that it? 95 litres? Surely not. Surely that's not everything. Even I would have thought no more than 95 litres. No, that is our lot. That tree was only 95 litres. Open storage silo. Oh, right, okay. Well, that I didn't know. Ah, excellent. So here we have a store for our bales. You see, had I known that, I could have actually gone a few feet more and actually stuck that in suddenly. See, now that was worth actually coming down here. I don't normally use that, but when you get like vandals keep coming in and thrashing your bales, it's probably not a bad idea really to do that. And there's quite a few here that we really do have. This will give me a bit of practice with me using the shovel, because it's like always been one of my worst skills of like grabbing the it's actually grabbing it. It doesn't help also that the land is totally we're like going from one level to another in like the that's quite a bit. I mean, we're not going to make a fortune, but then I've got to be honest. I came away from this thinking this is going to be a real challenge. I like that, but it's true. Right, okay, now we've actually then. I personally think I'm sure we've got a silo. I seem to vaguely remember seeing a silo. Sure, I did. I'm sure I'm not imagining it. Let's have a look, shall we? If not, we can't really. Yeah, we've just not got the cash. We've sort of got to we'd have to make a pile and literally stick it somewhere else, because things like that. Yeah, I thought so. But I have a sneaky feeling this is going to go. No, don't accept wood chips. But we shall see. That's not. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm trying to just. Okay. This is interesting. So where do we actually stick things in? I would imagine here, but let's check this, shall we? Really, with switching interactive zone markers on, I think that's probably not a bad idea, because I think it's right where we are. Yes, it is. Okay, so let's see. Does this accept? Yeah, is it a multi-fruit or is it like standard, and will it go no, or just go to a pile in this instance? Actually, it would just go to a pile. Right, okay, well, I did think it would. That was my bet that Callie was traditionalist and that we were going to like make a mess on the floor. That is like wandering now. We've lost 3%. Right, okay, so it looks like we've got to find a corner in the farm where we've got to dump this. Oh, we've got to feed the chickens as well. We need to grab a bit of wheat. It's just typical, isn't it? We've got a bit of wheat. We could steal a little. Right, okay. This is one of the best things for actually probably additional for putting a production down, I was thinking. So where do we stick it now? Over here. Oh, bashing a tree. Right where this little lot is, where all the bales have like wandered. But had I realised there was bale storage, I could have actually stuck it there. See, sometimes it's really good to have your zone markers active and visible. Right, so then, now we're not going to clean it all. But I'm just the one buy points. I was going to stick the self-sufficiency down here, but we've done it now. So, do you know, really, I don't know that we really need to do this. We could do this later in the year, like when it becomes important. So, oh, it is. Oh, you were right. Yeah, I thought actually I was wrong, and that it was. Is there a bit there as well? That looks like wood chips, just a little bit higher, and then it looks a bit left as well. Yeah, there was. Yeah, you were right. Makes a change from being wrong. I thought there was. I thought I could see more. So it's hard to see really in the. Fantastic. And I don't like just thrashing the. Yeah, I think that is everything. Yeah, I don't like willy-nilly just like using the level or anything like that. It's just nice to. Where did goldfish? No, it was behind us. I remember. Right, so then, do we quickly run these? Well, actually, we need them. This is what I was. Yeah, they need to go into the self-sufficiency. So really, a sensible person would have. Last session, it was a long session now. Really, to be honest, it was one of those sessions where I totally forgot. You know, as in like I sort of was a bit tired from like all of the effort, the mental effort of the day as well, not just like of the. No, we ought to stick this in the place that Callie has actually. Yeah, I literally posted the first 2 episodes from yesterday because I thought, well, let's make a bit of a start. It will be normal business as usual, but I always like to, especially Callie's maps, I've got to be honest, I've always been a massive fan of Callie's works. He's such a consistently good map maker. I mean, that most map makers are good, but like Callie's just like excellent. His maps consistently very, very good. Right, so I think we're going to need those Nazas things, and we're going to stick. Right, we're going to do a few jobs because we've got water to do and all manner of things, and we've got obviously the one thing is that we have got to use the equipment we've actually got due to the fact that the constraint is money. It really is, and I like it. I mean, it's tough. It really is. This is as tough. Because I was actually thinking to myself, I never said anything. I thought, you know, you are getting so good at start from scratch that it doesn't feel like start from scratch. This feels like a tough, hard economy start to me. It really feels like it, as in like I'm gulping inwardly like, well, this is actually really tough, which I like. Because I love the challenge of start from scratch. It is my favourite start, and that is why, because it's a challenge. And this really is back to being a challenge. I was a little bit in when I realised I'd not paid the loan back. I thought, oh my life, that's a bit. I thought that's going to be a bit. Ooh, okay, that's going to fall. I know it is. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to like take this 4, I think, and then come back and like start again. Ooh, oh, do you know? Sometimes these straps are a pain in the backside. I know they've got their own set of rules. It's all my. What? Why are you getting it like that? That's good. Oh, it's a slight angle. Yes, it is. Oh, now that wasn't. That's AWP. Why would that get that? Gordon Bennett. Seriously. Right. Let's get this fall gone, and then we'll come back for the rest. Right, I'm going to time lapse it though, because as I said, really, this is going to take a bit of a time. With it being quite strenuous that we really have got only what equipment we've got, it's going to be quite a tough little thing. It's going to take a while, and I don't want it to be like a real 3-hour session when, you know, I could just time lapse it and it feels like an hour. So yeah, I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Right, I think we've got everything in order. Yeah, the only trouble is, I always find these type of things. I'm deliberately not putting the bales in, not to be lazy, because you've got to control the amount that it's like doing at any one time. So I would like to make a bit of hay just with some of the grass, and then I would also like to make the. That's a point. We need them in for the digestate, don't we? We do. Yeah, we do actually. So I'm talking nonsense. Let's stick that in. So we need to grab the grass actually and stick that in deliberately. So it is making the digestate, because digestate is one of the. I wanted, when I first made this, I thought digestate is one of those things that's really not used very much in the game. So let's just grab digestate, and actually make it a bit useful for once. Like, because you're allowed to do whatever you like really in a production. So I thought I've used that as one of the main catalysts for like this thing. I don't know. I don't know how we're going to make use of you. Let's just check. You've not got strap support, have you? No, which makes you pretty useless, really. So we'll stick you right over here where you're probably going to be for the entire Let's Play, because there's not an awful lot of use for you unless I'm going to grab pallets, which I don't really intend to bring that in just to sort of like do that when we've got traders, and it makes it more difficult on purpose. Yes, unless you're going to deal all of the time with pallets, I find them a total waste of time, really, unless someone finally put some strap support on them. If you can, it might be that you can't. Might be one of those things that you're really not allowed to. Right. Okay then, so we're going to need, how much digestate are we going to need? Let's work this out methodically. Right, so then if we need, we've got, I think it's 4 times the amount of the... Is it 4 times the amount of... No, double. So if we've got, say, 12 tons, what means we need 24 tons of grass to make 12 tons of... No, we need 48 tons of grass to make digestate, which is going to make 12 tons of... No. Oh, do you know? Let's just... My head hurts. Oh, it does actually, yes. Let's just grab some of these. And how close we are, I think grabbing 2 at a time is probably just as quick as like sticking them on the... Yeah, I reckon it probably is actually. Right, I'm going to do it time that so, because I don't want you to have to endure how long this is really going to take. So I'm going to see you guys and gals on the other side. Well, I think that's about right. I do. So we're still short of things to make into fertilizer. So the herbicide should tick on for a bit. So should the... So we've really done everything. We can't fertilize. We can't afford to do anything. We're down to 14,375. We've done sort of preliminary things that we absolutely desperately need. We're out of debt, but we are down to 14,375 euros. So... Are we going to do this field one more time, though? We would really need to fertilise spread this at the very least. No, we haven't even scanned the fields. I think we're going to ask the store if they will deliver at least... Yeah, I think we're going to have to go for least. I do. I hate this when it's this tight. But in another way, it sort of does bring very much how really tricky it is for farmers normally, really, because this is really now. Look, where is the right miscellaneous? You know, how many miscellaneous do we have? Can't they be called something else? Miscellaneous. Right. So then, let's grab the 65. Now for this, it's not really going to make much difference, is it? Really? So let's like grab the slightly bigger one for a little bit of cleverness so that you can actually, yeah, no, stick on the back. Yeah, it means we can cost less, and that never has there been a time for me on a Let's Play where actually costing less is actually quite, so we could sort of, yeah, let's do this the other way like that, so you can actually see exactly how. Oh, it's still not going to help, is it? Oh no, actually we're going the wrong way. I thought that was the right way. So we just need to go where all the precision farming lines are, and we really should be in business. Let's go and do our other fields. See, yeah, I was hoping, it's not all maps used to treat it like that. Some of them would like charge you like for 4 scans because you're scanning like double the area or something. So, yeah. So now we need to do field 44. And then we send this beast back. Beautiful thing that it is. So let's also be clever and try and do some more bits of fields. Just like that sort of thing. And we shall ask the store to grab this again. Right, smashing. So let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a look at our fields. Now we know that they're not too. Actually, one of them is. I think is this very one. It's 44 is actually awful. It's like, yes, it's pretty awful. Whereas this field 6 is actually quite nice. 3 looks very nice as well, actually. Yeah, and 7 doesn't look terrible either. Well, see, these have all got plus bonuses, which is always useful. 2 looks pretty mediocre. It is very mediocre. 4 is just 100%. At least it's not a minus hit. Yeah, whereas that's 86. So we're losing some of that. 5. Ah, you can't see 5. 7 does look quite good. It's got a real positive bonus. So it's going to cost 181,000, which is so far away from doable right now. Now, 23 was the one that... No, it wasn't. It was the one over the road, 21, that was particularly good. Do I really care that I've got to run all the way down there to that sort of like location to get that when it's such a good bonus? That's not terrible, though, and it is literally the next field down from 44. I know it seems like not a massive thing, but in another way it is. Right, okay. Now, I've got to cross-reference the cost of... No, then let's just, yeah, drop that. The cost of buying a plough versus using our plough for hours on end with worker wages. And I've come to the conclusion that even though we've got that horrible little plough that I really do detest... that for how long I would be in the field, I could probably buy one of Ridiculous Dominic's that would probably take a quarter of the time to actually do. So I've got to cross-reference that, even though we can't really afford it at the minute, and we're not doing it right now. But when we do, I think we will actually do that. Now I know the bale store is there, I think we will actually use that. Right, so then let's call the shop and say, "Oi, can you please come and grab your equipment, and thank you very much for dropping it off. We do very much." I know, I did see it. Look at that, 10%. Oh my life, that is really terrible. Is there anything else that's nasty? Not really. I wonder how much that is going to actually cost. Again, is it something that's actually economical to salvage, or do we just like sell it for peanuts. That is not a... Yeah, it is a good idea, a good question. Some of it, to be honest, if we're not ever going to use it, I'd sooner like cash it in for 300 euros than I would to have it taking up valuable space in the farmyard, because we can't really afford any hangers on. Right, so that's put away. Thank goodness. Well, we've been fairly good actually and sort of put most things away. Right, so then we do need to really fertilise that field now that we've actually precision farming it. We also need to grab you, the tractor closest to us, where we will indeed grab the fertiliser spreader that we already possess, otherwise known as the Amazon, which I normally get rid of because I would. So we only need. I don't think we've actually got any fertiliser either. Callie has set quite a tough... No, let's just check before we say things like, "Ooh, we've not got any." Let's just check. Have we? Have we got any? This will tell us if we have. And the answer to this is absolutely no, we have not. Yes, I didn't realise I was... I don't know why it dropped. Mind you, it probably was on a level, so... All my life. That hurts. It does. I cannot recall a Let's Play when I've gone so deeply where a generator is so going to be useful. You know, because we're really seriously like delving into depths of despair that I have not been in since the beginning. I don't think I've ever been this low so quickly. Even though we've had quite a bit of luck, really. So I would imagine we can just whiz straight down this because it is like very narrow. Yes, you were not a bad guess. Although I think on the right hand side we've actually probably completely wrong. Let's just check the spread on this. Yeah, although it's very good, even this is not that good. But it can actually do this entire field in one. It widens out quite a bit down here, doesn't it? Really. So at least we've done this. We've got our lime making, and I'd imagine this is going to take a shed load of lime because it usually does. Horses, I did notice them. Yeah, it's ever so weird now how certain animals at certain depths are like stationary, and as I was getting closer I was thinking at any minute that thing's going to move, and then it just disappeared, the horse that was on view, and I thought, well, that's a bit poor. Let's talk about breaking immersion. It is what it is. Yeah, it's definitely better on FS22. There's an awful lot that is. As much as we've got some nice new features, sort of, they are like also not so good. That should be about right. So, really, we should be. I've destroyed my sheds. I worked on them hard last Sunday, made them, and then somehow deleted them. I do not know what possessed me, so that can stay under the tree. I would have put a shed down, but then again, I'm not sure I would at this stage of the game, because seriously, we are in dire straits. Now then, I would imagine that is there enough water in there? 65 tons. Maybe, maybe not. Right, we're going to go through. Oh no, what about the animals? TMR, don't we need to mix a bit of TMR? Their productivity is on the rise because they have got some meadow, but it's not 100%, it's 40%. So, do you know, yeah, we do need to. We're going to need you. And, yeah, I can't afford volume, so we're going to have to, like, do this the hard way. Grass, no, we've got some. Callie's very kindly provided, or some. Now, this is going to be quite tricky to do, because it's quite a small mixer. So this is, yeah, definitely going to be... we have got some silage bales. We know, we've saw the white. I'm presuming, yeah, that Callie is not the type that would, like, not give you fully formed bales. And, of course, we have got a wrapper too, so we can wrap the bales also. So let's go grab that mixer. Drop the weight down for a second because I'm not sure I can have that on whilst doing this. Oh. Seriously. I can't remember the ratio on this. We're going to need to switch our best friend on, aren't we, really? Silage bales around here. I did see what looked to be a hay bale. Can't have these, like, yeah, especially when we've been given. So we want to round bale silage. We want 2. Do what to? Right, okay. Can I remember the mix? It's been a long while since I did this myself. As indeed. Right, so then let's stick you in there. We might have to buy some straw. Oh. Oh, no, it is doing, it's just, yeah. Yeah, it was just, like, doing its thing. Right, so that's that. Now we need some, let's grab another one, really. It's the hay that we really need the most. Let's stick that, oh, why are you not grabbing? Stick that just there, like so, just out the way. Let's go grab those others. Where were they? Now, where did I see the bales? That is a good question. We've only got so much farming, so it's got to be somewhere not too far away. Now, can we get a valid use from our true? That is definitely a point. Can we? Where did I see the bales? I know I saw them. We've only got so much. Is it around the front of the farm? And there's only, we're running out of space. It's got to be. Aha! Here we go. Here we go. So then, no word sees. Please tell me. I'm sure it is. Hey, I'm sure it is. Oh. Oh, it's going to be another storage me jobby. Oh, my life. Oh. No, I think that'll be straps. Yeah, it is. Ah, you guessed right. So we want. Oh, so it is. Yeah, we want straw 1. I think that's going to be too much. Well, we can't really help the fact that it's like this big, can we? Really? I know this is why mixing's a bit of a pain, isn't it? You need to, yeah. If I'd got one of my silos, which could I afford one, then we might actually be. So we need to like grab. Really the 2 hay bales that we've actually got. Yep. Not sure how much room we've actually got. Yeah, no, we can't tip the forage anymore. We're gonna have to tip it on the floor if we don't get this right. Let's have a look. How much room have we got in the inn? It should be 1 more hay bale, really. No, we might need 1 more silage, but hay, it never hurts to put or hay than anything else anyway, ever. And the same as it never really hurts to put more silage in than anything. So yeah, we'll try that. The straw's the killer. Ooh, okay. Oh, we've probably run out of storage space. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, we have. It's this poxy little storage thing. We were set up to fail in a way, even by the weight, by how big these are, because it's a mixer. You've got to drop. Oh, okay. Well, that I didn't expect. That was a random thing that's gone back in storage. So we're scuppered, basically. And it is true, as much as I would like to say, oh, well, it's not Ka77e. Well, it's not really. It's giants, but the bottom line is, if we were to do this kind of thing, which we are, we've been sort of like given these things, then it should be right. And that's not whether that's Ka77e or giants or... Oh, okay, have we actually... It would be nice to see. No, it is. You were right. It's 11,900 out of... That's it. So you'd need tiny little bales or to do it loose. You would. So in a way, no matter how much you'd like to say, well, it's not... It's no one's fault, but it is in a way. What I mean is, I sort of rest my case on why I don't use this kind of equipment, because if you're using bales, and we were left bales, then you can't do it. It's simple as. So we now need to... Do we... we can't tip it anywhere. We'll say we've been, again, set up to fail, because, again, we've gone given traditional flipping... Right, okay. Okay, it's true. We have. Now I'm going to bet we can't sell this. Yeah. Yeah, you see. But it's first day, I've got to be honest. But a lot of map makers are like that. So we can't even swap out the silo for one that is a like production or a multi-fruits, because the game says no. I mean, we'd have to sell it to actually get some cash back to actually put another one down. So we're sort of like now we need to go grab our trailer from the top. We need to buy some TMR in. So let's let you go. Well, this is interesting. Well, you could all see me fail, but no, I'm not. We're not going to fail. But I've got to be honest. This is a bit tough, and I'm not having a go either. It really is the way that it is now. The fact that I mean, sort of. If you think about, we've been given a farm, and it doesn't work. What I mean is the tools that we've got have failed us immediately due to the way that the tools are, and it really is as simple as that. It's for once not like me or so then we need to just grab some TMR, which well, we don't know how expensive it is on this map because we've never been here before. So let's have a look, shall we, and see how much TMR is. There's also 2 sets of like... Not too terrible, that. Not too terrible. Right, so we need to... Now, I'm not sure how much storage we've got. I'm not sure. Oh, we left it. No, it's oh, now this is another thing, yeah. Oh, I never thought of that. Height. Oh, okay, let's try and pull over a little bit. It's as close to the left as we can before it goes bash on the ceiling and do horrible things. Oh, my life, like that. Ugh. Right, okay, all my life, we really, seriously, okay. Yeah, we'll not do that again, I don't think. No. Is it, can this go left and everything? Yes, it can. So actually, now that's my fault. It is. That one's definitely my fault. I do like the way we've been given a nice exit so we can go round in circles. Very nicely thought of with the game mechanics. Now that is thought of well. That one, I've got to be honest, is a good thing where we've not been set up to fail now. So we've got a little one. How much storage have we got in the Holsteins? Oh, quite a lot actually. Yeah, I'd say an awful lot. About the other one. Let's just at least grab one full set. Do you do that for those? I'd have thought productivity, straw, manure. Oh, no, TMR. Yeah, no, it does say, so we can grab some. Oh, somehow we're grabbing the sort of collisions on the forks. So we need to, like, yeah, be careful of the step that we've unearthed. So we want to be going left side, so that would be right. How do we actually... No, let's... how do we... No, that's true. If we go round and round again, we should be in the right place for those two. Let's do another one here as well. Then we've got to go round and round again. Because this should last a while. You'll be only being 5 cows. And we have also got a dairy straight away, so that is quite... Yeah, that is good. Right, so TMR. Now if we go the other way... Should... I think I'm right in thinking that I've done that right. We should see... no, you have actually, yes. Yeah, so we weren't set up to fail with that. That was definitely down to the person in charge not actually using it correctly. But the tools... No, I'm not having a go, really. I'm observing. I've no ill feeling towards... the fact that the game is set up as the game is, but it sort of in a way makes a mockery of this kind of tool now, because it can't work with the bale sizes. Obviously it did work very well on FS19. FS22 likewise not particularly, so we could just leave that. Yeah, that's so these are now full too. There's not a lot of food in that one, so brilliant. Health 0%, 3 out of 20. Right, okay. So then we actually can now safely go through till the morning. It's a good job we have got sleep anyway, because I can't see there was a... If there was, I'd think it'd be here. Yeah, you see it, there is. Now let's just check the sales, even though we know. Yeah, are we going to... I think we're really so desperate that even we can't afford them. No, we can't. Let's go for it. Let's just sleep, yeah. Because in the morning we will have product. Although, can we place... we do want to be 9 as well. And we should have some lime, and we should have some mineral feed, and we shall see if we've like done the mix, the ratios right, or what. And we should have some herbicide too, which is all for our own use. But if, I suppose, no, it's true, yeah, production costs 543, mate. Income of 197 from that. Seriously? Did I read that right? I did. That was terrible. It was really awful. That was. Now that would be so useful. Now I thought, well, we're gonna like dig deep. We're gonna have to, aren't we? Oh, look, that beautiful one from Holes. That'd be so useful on this farm. What is it though? Which one? Because there's like 2 of them. Let's have a look. We can't afford this, of course, but yeah, we are gonna. So it really is the 105 horsepower one. There's no, yeah, like upgrading. So it would be a good one for this one, but we really can't afford it. So let's grab the. Oh wow, stone scraper. Wow, Now that would be useful. There's a couple of things that would be very useful. So we're going to, like, basically lend a bit of cash because we've got some buyers that are actually, we've definitely got some buyers that we can sort something out. So 129. But please remember to actually repay the loan. Also make sure that we did reset, I think. Oh, God. Have I forgot me? Is it because you're standing like... Can't remember, we still delirious. Oh, I did this to myself yesterday as well. Where I couldn't remember my key sort of configurations. What do you know? Seriously, right, okay, let's visit. Right, so then, let's hope that we're right. Otherwise, we're going to be driving this down from the... no, we don't want anything. So 129 is exactly... Oh, one collapse. Oh, okay, you've got no choice but to, like, buy them. Oh, that's right. I knew it. See, I had got the right buttons, so why could I not do that at the... Oh, we're going to give ourselves that back. That's not fair. No, I was pressing the right buttons. So 3,212. Gordon Bennett. Well, in my defence, I was actually trying to rectify that. So now I've got to not only, but we've also got to drive the darn thing off the field. Oh, come on. Will you get off this? Oh, do you know? Yeah, it's a conspiracy. Enter vehicle. Yeah, you press the enter key and it doesn't enter. Although, is it saying enter the vehicle? It not enter the enter key? Possibly. It might be me that's being very logical about this, and actually the game doesn't really care about enter. Although I think that is, I'm sure that is like what it suggests by the key configuration, the little diagram. Being a tech, I'm used to that. You don't even think about it anymore, what they actually mean. You just like look at them and think, oh, that's the enter key. Or is it though? Is it the backspace? Right, okay, let's not worry about it. Let's not sweat it. Let's just do a bit of wheelie-dealering and hopefully get a bit of a plus on the the old cash, because we're like desperately terrible. But I do concur, I was trying to actually press the right buttons to actually do store deliveries, just to check. As I did sort of say it twice and it didn't actually. Did that indicate? No, it is indicating. No, but you've gone right past the point where we need to be. Ooh, wow, it's a bit of a beast. What's the noise? Right, so then we want to, we'll buy that. It's a shame. If this was the lorry, I'd be tempted. But to be honest, we need to do this in order of importance. Yeah, like what we really need. So, yeah, we'll... and then we really are going to go. Yeah, once we've done this little lot, because I would say that's probably a long session, even with a bit of time lapse that we did. I can hear a vehicle behind me. I can. Remember, we're not rich as well. So it's a shame about that, isn't it? And that. See, 6-meter header as well, and the Nadia. We could sort of buy that. And that. And that. I don't think we can afford the tractor as well. The Red Rock might be probably the most... we've got a front loader. But it really is. It's that also would be useful too. Very for that kind of cash. It's unbelievably good value. Right, so we need you. We shall see when we've paid back our loan as to whether or not we can actually do this or not. I do love the way you can sort of see that secret-y side things disappear when you do this. Yeah, those things there. Don't actually do any popping. Smashing. I mean, obviously, it really is the fact that we've like thought of the future with the, you know, that massive, beautiful machine that we bought, which really got us into a terrible amount of debt. But you've got to do these things. You've got to. I love the way their clothes change. It's quite amazing. Right, so yes, and oh, okay. So is that not in the caption area? Cap. Oh, I can't say the word. Capture area would probably, I think it is actually pretty much where those people are. So I think if you aim there. Now this is a weird thing that isn't necessarily working right all the time. Let's grab the you and sell you too. And then we're going to get rid of the debt and see actually what we really made and then what we can afford to spend. Because I think we can't really afford to let those things go. Yeah, now the sales have definitely been tweaked. The amount that you get has definitely been, it's more now than it's ever been before. So then 165. Now we've got left 3 items that we would really like, but we might have to sacrifice one of them, and we've got 3 tractors, so I suppose it's true. Let's see, what have we really got left when we repay everything that we actually, yeah, what is ours really? 35,923. Bearing in mind, so that would be, yeah, it would, we could only afford 2 of them really, so I think we're going to need to sacrifice this and sell it and make a $1.5 grand, I believe, if my maths is correct, and keep the other 2. Sorry, Holes, nearly got to try one of your tractors. I do love it. Yeah, I'm a massive fan of Holes' work, if I'm honest. It's, yeah, one of my a very reasonable modder that releases mods at a very reasonable price nearly always, which I like. There's quite a few like that, and then there are some that always release mods at like almost like Giants pricing that I think, oh, okay, well, I'm never going to be able to use your stuff because it's just so expensive. Well, I mean, from a start from scratch perspective, where we're scratching in the dirt all the time, it's hard economy, and like, yeah, it's right. So these two, 26,000. Yeah, we will. We don't. I don't think. You know, we've got to have this. So you may as well go wire tires. I always think when I go for this, we will go pinage too. We really need. Oh no, it was on yes already. Oh, I got pinage for free. Let's go for it as well. Why not? Yeah. Fantastic. And 16,000, yes, which leaves us the grand total of 10 grand. Not bad. We did all that wheeler dealing. So, Colossus Stone Scraper, 2 cubic meters. Can we have a capacity that's more? No, we're not going to go silly. But I think 5,000. We've got, you know, we'll class it as an expansion like I did on my own. That's not too terrible. 5.5 meter width. 10 meter unrealistic. Do we go for something like that? Yeah, go on. We will go for that. That's not too terrible. It's a little bit naughty, but not. Yeah, I'm not gonna go like silly, but yeah, it just sort of goes to the side a little bit. So yeah, well, that's that for the future. Yeah, we will also need a plough as well. So I'm gonna leave it there, but we will check before we go and see how well we actually did in this little lot. How much did we do? So 51,000 litres of silage. Straw we didn't use a lot. Digestate 10,385, herbicide 37 tons, lime 19 tons, mineral feed only 9,000. Why? Right, okay, we need to switch that off and that off now. That's the trouble I was always worried about. They was like what we need to do. So what are we short up on the mineral feed? What are we like? Oh, it's probably taking the stones, hasn't it? Yeah, it has to make all the lime. So we need some more stones. Have we got plenty of wheat left? We should have. Yeah, 9,000 litres. So we are straw. We got plenty. We saw that. So the straw, we need stones and digestate. We want double the amount. So we should have 18 tons of digestate, which we haven't. But it would still do half of that. So have we got any more grass to put in? We have. We've got a few more bales, haven't we? We didn't actually completely do it. So next session, we'll get that right. But it is... Obviously, we've also got to put the sale point down to our self-marketing. But how much is that bit of mineral feed? 9,702 tonnes worth. This will tell us. It won't. Well, that's the last thing we're going to do this session then. We are going to stick that down on our farm. And I would say, actually, at the very front of the farm, I would say there's probably a bit of room right next door to that thing there, I would say. So let's grab, it is actually in this little lot here. I was a bit shocked at the generator, but it sometimes is a bit... So this is now down to... Yeah, so we'll stick that there. It's not gonna... That's if... Oh, yeah, we know it overlaps. We don't care about that as long as it's flat. We shall see if it is. So we're going to be right next door to that. Because I think it's a pretty place to go. Maybe a little bit. You can see a bit of highness on that right-hand side. On the left-hand side, in fact, if we go like from there, like that, I would say that's not going to be too far off what we need. I've just lost the edge of the... Oh my god, yeah, I don't think we can do much about that. Just like a little tiny bit of that, which just about, yeah, that, I think that'll be about right. It's not perfect, but so we should see prices now. Mineral feed is worth... Wow, that's particularly bad. No, yeah, the one thing it doesn't show, it shows how much the mineral feed would be on the map, which is, it would be about the same, but it gets a 33% bonus on that, so we get an extra third, which would be about 15,000 with the third on it, from what we've got so far. Now, obviously, we've got more to do, which we should do next session. We'll grab the stones. We're not doing terrible for saying we're like scratching in the dirt. We've paid our loan back. We've got a couple of extra pieces of equipment, which that's quite good. Through a bit of wheeler and dealer, and we sort of got the profit and sort of amalgamated it straight away into that. So next session we're going to get on with grabbing that. It is tough. This is a toughie. This is really close. 4,916. Admittedly, because we just bought some equipment, but nevertheless, you need to do that on any Let's Play. Buy your equipment. We all know it's the big thing that's actually caused this, but nevertheless, we're still making progress. Even if it's not fields and things like that, at the minute it's equipment, as it usually is at the beginning of a Let's Play. Right, anyway, enough waffling from me. All that remains to be said is thank you very much for watching. Truly do hope you're going to stick with me on this beautiful map by Callie. And I'm going to say goodbye for now.